All right, everyone, welcome. So, in our last discussion, we took that really high level, big picture view of AI and health systems. Now, for Module 5, we're going to bring it right down to the clinic, to the bedside, and see how AI is directly changing the way we practice as clinicians. So, here's our game plan. We're going to start with the why AI is even necessary in the first place. Then we'll get into the specifics of how it's helping us, from making better diagnoses to, and this is a big one, tackling that mountain of administrative work we all know and love. Okay, first things first, let's really nail down the core problem that AI is here to solve. And honestly, it's a huge one. It's the absolutely staggering amount of medical information that we are somehow expected to know, retain, and apply every single day. I love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. It's not just that there's more information now. The key phrase here is inflection point. We've fundamentally passed the limit of what a single human mind can handle on its own. We've literally hit a cognitive ceiling. And if you want to understand the speed of this change, look at this. Back in 1950, it took about 50 years, half a century, for medical knowledge to double. 50 years. Today, it's a matter of months. That gap between what we can possibly know and what's out there to be known, well, it's growing faster than any of us can keep up with. Now, when you hear about this information overload, it's natural to feel some anxiety, right? This idea that technology is coming to replace us. But that is absolutely the wrong way to think about it. This is a clear case for augmentation, not replacement. The right framework here is what we call augmented intelligence, or sometimes hybrid intelligence. The key word is partnership. This isn't about AI taking over. It's about AI serving as our co-pilot, making us better at what we do. And this is the critical distinction. In this augmentation model, we let the AI do what it's built for, sifting through enormous amounts of data, finding patterns we could never see. But the final, most important parts, the clinical judgment, the empathy, the accountability, that stays with us. That remains human. So what does this partnership look like in the real world? Well, let's take a look at one of the areas where AI is already having a massive impact: medical imaging. These AI models, especially the deep learning ones, they can be trained on literally millions of scans. And by doing that, they learn to spot these incredibly subtle patterns, things that might be invisible to the human eye, and they do it with incredible speed. And this isn't just theory. Look at the numbers. These are real-world results. We're talking about identifying lung nodules 26% faster, missing 29% fewer of them. For our patients, this isn't just a number. This means catching cancer earlier, and that can change everything. Okay, so beyond just diagnostics, AI is really the engine that's pushing us toward truly personalized medicine. You might hear it called the 4P model, which just means making healthcare more predictive, preventative, personalized, and participatory. The process is pretty amazing. You take all this different data, a patient's genomics, their EHR history, their scans, their labs, everything, and you feed it to an AI. The AI can then find patterns and help predict how that one specific person will respond to a certain treatment. We're finally starting to move past that one-size-fits-all model of medicine. And it goes even further than that. AI is completely changing how we even develop new drugs. It can speed up the process of finding targets, screen molecules automatically. It is dramatically cutting down the time and the astronomical cost of bringing new life-saving medicines to the people who need them. All right, now for something I think we can all get excited about. One of the most immediate, tangible benefits of AI is its ability to fight a huge cause of clinician burnout, the soul-crushing administrative burden. And the problem is bad. Really bad. A major study found that over half, more than 50% of clinicians in outpatient settings were reporting symptoms of burnout. And a huge driver of that is all the clerical work that pulls us away from actually caring for patients. I don't need to tell you what these are. You know them. The endless hours typing notes into the EHR, the battles with prior authorizations, the overflowing inbox of patient messages. It's exhausting, and it's not why we went into medicine. So one of the coolest solutions emerging is something called an ambient AI scribe. Imagine this. It just listens to the natural conversation you're having with your patients, and in the background, it automatically transcribes and summarizes everything into a perfect clinical note. It lets you actually look at your patient again. And the data on this is just incredible. That same study found that after just 30 days of using these tools, clinicians had 74% lower odds feeling burnt out. The rate plummeted from over 51% to under 39%. That is a massive, meaningful change in our quality of life at work. So let's pull all this together. When you think about managing information overload, getting better diagnostic tools, and getting rid of burnout, all of it points to a pretty fundamental shift in what it means to be a physician. Your value in the future won't be about how many facts you can memorize. It's going to be about your skill as an interpreter, your ability to take these insights from an AI, critically evaluate them, and apply them with wisdom and empathy. You become the essential human in the loop. And this quote just reframes everything perfectly. With the data explosion we talked about, the question isn't, will AI replace us anymore? The real question is, can we even practice safe, modern medicine without AI? It's becoming an essential tool. Which leads to the big question for all of you. As you get ready to enter this new world of medicine, what's the single most important skill that you need to be working on? And here's the answer. It's being able to use these incredibly powerful tools wisely. Because here's the thing. You can't use a tool effectively if you don't have a deep, critical awareness of its weaknesses, its biases, and all the ways it can go wrong. And that perfectly sets us up for our next discussion. Because after seeing all the amazing benefits, we have to look at the other side of the coin. So next time, we're going to dive deep into that crucial topic, the limitations and risks of AI in medicine. Thanks, and I'll see you then.